Sussex in the sunshine, a glorious corner of a beautiful county. Well, perhaps a bit more than a corner, 11,500 acres of it to be precise, all under the stewardship of the Earl of March. Unfortunately for us, he's a car nut and a sports fan as well. So alongside all the stately glories of Goodwood House is an absolute sporting paradise. Great golf course, world-famous horse racing, a motor race circuit as well, and a bit of a hill that runs up past Goodwood House. Lord March has turned this 1.16-mile hill climb into a temporary racetrack and forest rally stage for the world's ultimate machinery and legendary drivers. It's a three-day festival of all things motorsport. Natalie Pinkham will help guide us round.
Well, there's a huge amount to explore, starting here at the Drivers' Club. But this event isn't just about the drivers and their cars. There's a whole range of activities out there being enjoyed by an eclectic mix of people. So I'm going to go get amongst it.
Yeah, you get real up and close. Yeah, it's a special one here. It's amazing. Thank you. It's great.
It's not just our current champions and contenders, but the heroes of yesterday that are here. Moss, Surtees, Stewart, all competing on the hill. Goodwood also pays tribute to Sir Frank Williams, who celebrates his 40th year in Formula One. Championship-winning two-wheel machines and riders celebrate 60 years of motorcycle Grand Prix racing. Whilst Peter Fonda takes Goodwood to the movies, he's reunited with a replica of his famous Captain America bike, celebrating the 40th anniversary of Easy Rider. American talk show host Jay Leno is also a Goodwood fan, and American TV star Jesse James pounds the estate in his Baja-style truck, driving the hill, the rally stage, as well as the off-road course. NASCAR are well represented. Former champion Rusty Wallace with his Dodge Charger, and with the Formula One world champion as well. And it's in the forest stage that 5 times world rally champion Sebastian Loeb demonstrates his amazing technique. New this year, the quickest cars of the weekend qualifying for a final day shootout, deciding who is the fastest up the hill and adding a competitive edge to a weekend of celebration and nostalgia. The Goodwood Festival of Speed was first staged in 1993 and in 16 years has grown to be an essential part of the summer season and the motorsport year. 23,000 people attended that first festival. This year, 150,000 packed the grounds of Goodwood House. The highlight and the attraction for most is the sight and sound of racing cars of the pre-war years, and are brought to this event from all over the world, and they're brought here to be driven with total commitment. The chance then to see the famous cars and meet the legendary drivers as well.
When you come here to a gathering like this, I mean, you must meet more genuine motorsport fans in a single weekend here than at any other time. What are the main things that they want to talk to you about?
Oh, they seem interested to know what we feel, I think, on what racing is today, what it was then. And there's a tremendous amount of people here for autographs and just to take in the exhilaration of being here.
Because here is different. I mean, you can't compare it with anything. I mean, I don't think that the emphasis here shouldn't be on speed or anything else. It's on sight and sound and presence.
And history.
History. What we're looking for, it is this garden party with motor cars and history thrown in. It could be Buckingham Palace was sitting there.
And it's also great in that respect to see so many young people here, kids who are all getting enthused by
extraordinary.
What they're seeing.
Kids in arms and everything. I mean, it is amazing. I mean, the kids this big, they come up and ask for autographs. I'm sure they've no idea who we are, but their fathers may have told them that's the one to get. And it's a wonderful feeling.
And they're getting close to the machinery.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they can touch it and get in them. I mean, I think that is the big thing, the big difference in this and other races, is they can come along, meet the drivers, see the cars, feel them, and touch them.
These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots superstar gonna walk all over you.
It's my first time at the Goodwood Festival of Speed. I had a great opportunity to search out some of the famous faces from the worlds of motorsport and entertainment. And I was tipped off that there was someone on the run with my golf buggy. First question first.
Yeah.
Is this your golf buggy?
Well, no, I did have one of the little woody ones, and it's been stolen from me.
Right. So tell us why you come to Goodwood.
Well, I think it's the kind of event that we really need in this country. You know, we really need people to get close to motorsport and to get close to the cars, and the guys who are driving up are the heroes. You know, they're the people who, you know, Dickie Atwood, Jackie Stewart, you know, the people who won Le Mans and who are 4 or 5 times world champions. And I really wouldn't miss it. You know, I'll kind of rearrange gigs and rearrange album schedules in order to make sure that I get here, because it's great and it's just something I really wouldn't miss.
Sophistication and design ooze in abundance here.
I'm interested in engineering, excellence, beautiful design, handmade, crafted, beautiful objects. You know, for me, the really fascinating part of this stuff is seeing the Jaguar C and D types and the 1930s Auto Union and Mercedes racers of then. You know, because they were the crucible, you know, from which modern car design comes from. So for me, it's about design, it's about engineering, it's about excellence, craftsmanship, all the things that I, you know, love about buildings too. It's simple.
Well, there are plenty of great spots to watch from, but this is the ultimate.
This is perfect. Straw bale in the sun. The history of Grand Prix motor racing unfolding behind you. This is Goodwood. 3 times Formula One world champion Jackie Stewart getting the chance to get to grips with his Matra MS-10, in which he won 3 Grand Prix in 1968.
It was an amazing achievement. Matra were a wonderful company. They put together things so well. The Ford engine, the DVD, was just so good. Really a great combination. And, you know, at the time it was a little bit early for itself, but this car, I think, only did 8 races and won 5 of them.
Le Mans champion Richard Atwood was reunited with his winning Porsche 917K.
It's rather like wearing an old glove or an old shoe. It doesn't seem any different to me, although it was a long time ago, 40 years. It's actually probably one of the worst cars I ever drove and also one of the best cars I ever drove.
Richard Atwood, an essential part of the Le Mans celebrations.
In part 2, Peter Fonda, who wasn't born to follow, Jesse James gets it sideways in the Goodwood Forest, and Jenson Button experiences Grand Prix racing as it was 70 years ago.
Goodwood 2009, Jenson Button among the stars. There's a famous face from Hollywood, and Natalie talks to American chat show host Jay Leno. Jesse James takes a very alternative route around the grounds as our coverage of the Goodwood Festival of Speed continues. Justin Law, the favourite to be quickest up the hill on 4 wheels. The bikes set their own pace. And the racing bikes have become a big part of the festival's appeal over the years, and they were there in force. But sometimes speed just has to give way to style.
Get your motor running, head out on the highway, looking for adventure, and whatever comes our way.
Peter Fonda, it's hard to believe it's 40 years since Easy Rider hit the screens. Does this feel like an ideal place to celebrate?
It's the perfect place to celebrate. What I find amazing is that I had not known about it before and been here before.
When you started off on Easy Rider, what was your enthusiasm for bikes and motorsport at that point?
I wasn't a biker, but I liked motorcycling. It's when you travel long distances on a motorcycle that you really become a biker. And after Easy Rider, I began doing that, traveling longer distances, going out for a week, just with no particular target in mind, just seeing where it takes me. And then I realized how much fun it is on the road and why people do that, and do it with such a fervor. And so now I do it a lot. Except my bike now is an MV Agusta F4cc. This is not a good long-distance bike, but it's such a great motorcycle, I don't care.
At what stage did you realize that the bikes were going to sort of establish themselves as stars of the film as much as you and Dennis and Jack Nicholson as well?
Oh, from the top. I designed the bike from the top. After I'd written the story, I was in Toronto, Canada, and after I'd written the story, I designed the motorcycle. And then I thought this would be really cool. And I did not know it would be Icon, but I thought it would be a commercial hit. And that would give me a track record of making a hit film. This means I could make another film. It was very, very, it was for that reason. I had no idea that I was making such a seminal film. And I still find it just this little film that I made that I thought was going to shake the cage. And I realized all around the world, and I've been all around the world, it's shaking the cage everywhere. It's changed the way people do movies.
Well, Steve can't hog all the showbiz stars. Talk show legend Jay Leno, great to see you.
Well, good to see you. Thank you very much.
And the sunshine has come out.
The sun has come out.
especially for
Yes,
you.
yes. It's like I'm in California, except they talk funny. But yeah, it's great.
Talking of talking funny, why are you here? Because it's just full of Brits, isn't it? What's the attraction for international stars like you to come in?
I'm a huge automobile fan. I'm a big Anglophile. A lot of English vehicles, Lotuses and Vincent motorcycles. So this is sort of Mecca for me.
Is it true that your living room at home is actually crammed full of cars?
No. Those are called divorce guys. Whenever you see a house, you ever meet these guys that go, oh, I keep my motorcycle in the living room. Your wife doesn't mind? No. Then you come back 6 months. What happened? She left. I don't know why. I had to sell a bike. No, you have keep stuff in the garage, and then you donate jewelry and things to offset.
Donate jewelry.
Well, that works. You just
It does
donate
work.
various jewelry and shiny objects.
Anything that shines, we tend to be like magpies, us
Well, or
girls.
shoes.
Yeah, shines or shoes.
Shoes.
Brilliant. So tell us about the cars that you're going to be driving up the hill.
Well, I'm going to be driving the C-Type Jaguar, which is, of course, a legendary car, which is a terrific honor, and the F1 McLaren that came in fourth at Le Mans.
Wow.
So that'll be real exciting. Yeah, it'll be real thrilled.
Got a special weekend lined up.
Yeah.
Well, it's been very special to meet
Well,
you.
thanks. This is like car pornography.
Great to see you.
Yeah.
And more Hollywood. This is Jesse James, husband of actress Sandra Bullock, taking his Baja racer up the hill, round the rally stage and the off-road circuit as well. No surface is too much for this man, who's just set a hydrogen-powered world land speed record on a dry lake bed in California. The easy rider spirit lives on. Well, Goodwood is well represented with iconic motorsport figures, and Jesse James, welcome to the festival. Is there something of the Peter Fonda spirit about yourself as well?
No, I'm more of a Dennis Hopper type of guy.
What can you tell us about
It's called a trophy truck. It's the fastest class for racing in Mexico, like the Baja 1000, Baja 500, and it's 6,000 pounds, 900 horsepower, almost 1,000 foot-pounds of torque, 40 inches of wheel travel in back, 38 in front, and about 160 mile-an-hour top speed. So.
Are you able to demonstrate it at its best at the little circuit that we got here?
I can go all three circuits. I'm the only one, so I can go up the asphalt, then go straight through to the rally course, then jump into the Bolero trail, off some bigger jumps, then jump back onto the rally stage, and then I'm done. So.
And absolutely everything gets out of the way. Time to look around at some of the other great machinery about what's taken your eye in particular.
I'm a big Formula One fan, and MotoGP. I think IndyCar and stuff in America, it's boring.
Well, you're not boring. Continue to have fun here.
Thanks, man.
Jesse, thanks very much.
Nice meeting you.
Cheers.
Cool.
We're going to go in 5.
Among the more improbable side attractions, the Porsche Endurance running team embarked on an epic feat, a new Guinness World Record attempt. 12 runners looking to complete the longest ever distance on foot in 48 hours.
Jensen, how are you, mate?
You?
Great to see you.
Jensen, thank you. Oh my God,
I've been here for the last 9 years now. It's pretty spectacular.
Jensen, you must be working your way through the motorsport calendar and thinking this is all such a contrast with a year ago, and Goodwood is no exception. You struggled to get up the hill last year.
Yeah, I know, and it's so good to be back here. I've been here every year since I started in Formula One. Normally as a PR event for the team I'm with, but this year I'm here mostly for having fun, and I'm driving an absolutely beautiful car behind us.
Yeah, what can you tell us about the Mercedes?
The W25 is from 1934. It's got a lot of history behind it, and it is a work of art, it really is. It's a 4-litre engine that produces about 350 horsepower, but the throttle and the brake go around the other way. So that's the shocker. If something goes wrong, natural instinct is to go for the middle pedal, which is the throttle.
Yeah.
So.
Has it got a diffuser?
Not sure this one's got a diffuser, yeah.
The crowd here, I mean, tremendous reception, and you'll get a tremendous reception right through the day. They know the task you've got in the second half of the season, though. How would you weigh up what lies ahead?
Yeah, I mean, people are saying sort of 3 or 4 weeks ago that it's going to be a walk in the park. It's, you know, it's mine to lose, but so much happens in Formula One, and especially through a season like this. You see the Red Bulls are very, very quick, absolutely annihilated us at Silverstone. I'm really excited. It's a massive challenge, but first of all, just enjoy the moment, and that's exactly what I've been doing most of the season.
Going up the hill this year has been pretty relaxing. Obviously, the drivers, the F1 drivers, have had a bit of a chat about where we can do our donuts and where we can do some burnouts potentially. I think Timo has talked up a bit of a trick system with the front brakes, and they're doing some good burnouts, so that works well. But the donuts are good fun for the fans, and you know, it's pretty straightforward just to drive up the hill.
Now, I thought auctions were the places that cars ended up right at the end of their lives. Not like this, though. I was talking more about the 5 years or older, no reserve. This is another level. But if you don't quite have the money for a classic car, you can always pick up a nice bit of motoring memorabilia.
Any more bids? 15, 16, 17,000. Your bid, 17, 18,000.
The great thing about the auction is everything you can see is for sale. It's a brilliant chance to get your hands on a piece of automotive history. Goodwood House was started during the reign of James I, and the first Duke of Richmond bought the Jacobean house in 1697. The great Regency State apartments were added to the south wing in 1800, together with the distinctive round towers. It's the present Lady and Lord March who have recently finished a comprehensive refurbishment, underlying the strong Regency flavour of the house, and what can only be described as a colossal contrast to this year's central display, an Audi Automotive sculpture by leading designer Jerry Judah. Standing at 37 metres high, this imposing structure features the Auto Union Silver Arrows and the production supercar R8. The gravity-defying sculpture dominates the Goodwood skyline. Oh, wow. This is incredible.
It's a great room, isn't it? Wonderful. It's the ballroom of the house. It was built in the early part of the 19th century. The room was built to house these pictures. And what's been really exciting for me is since we restored this room about 10 years ago, and that's the first time that all the pictures have been hung how they're meant to be hung.
Right.
Because we found a little map, how it was laid out originally, and they'd never been hung like that. So this great picture here was always hanging there, actually, and the room was pretty much built, I think, to hang that great picture of Charles I.
So it's back to its original splendour.
Exactly, this is probably more original it's ever been since it was built.
Now, talking of all things splendid, you've got to get back in
I
the car.
have. I'm driving a Ferrari in about 2 minutes.
Wow.
So
Well, good luck. Can I have a little nose around?
You can, yeah.
Thank you very much. See you shortly.
See you later.
Let's go have a look in here.
Everyone can dream about tackling Goodwood at the wheel of a Formula One car like this. Mind you, following the Ferrari up the hill in a Rolls-Royce course car has its appeal as well.
Well, course director John Felix travels in some style up and down the hill, but you've got the difficult job of trying to balance the supreme organisation that the hill requires and also preserving the sense of fun that's so important this weekend as well.
Yeah, and also safety, spectator, driver, marshal safety. I tell all my guys to keep smiling all day, and they do. The weather helps us, and we enjoy these sort of cars, so it's not difficult to enjoy ourselves, we really do.
And all the drivers, I'm sure, are in the right mood as well, aren't they?
Oh, they are. Yes, you get the odd one gets a bit grumpy in the morning, but by and large, they like being here, they like the festival, it's wonderful, it really is.
So what's the worst moment you've had over the course of the weekend?
Some German gentleman going straight on at Moulcombe and destroying a few bales, and really we had a bit of clearing up to do, but that's the only difficult thing that we had.
But how competitive, deep down, do they want this day to be?
I'd like to think that the guys who are going for times within the safety parameters that we got go as quick as they possibly can safely. And that really sums it up. Driving classic cars safely is what we're all about here.
And striking the balance between safety and spectacle is one of the challenges of the festival, and sometimes the racing instinct is hard to resist. runs of Friday and Saturday helped identify the fastest and the most committed, and they would go into the shootout that would end the festival on Sunday evening. But before that, on Saturday evening, the pace was just a little bit more civilised.
The guest list for the Festival of Speed's annual ball is a who's who of motorsport. I'm very excited about rubbing shoulders with the glitz and glamour of Goodwood.
I can dress up.
While everyone here is enjoying a night away from the track, some people are still pounding the treadmill. Now, it's not very often that you get to say you're joined by the fastest man on the planet. I'm not talking about Usain Bolt. Andy, tell us about your record.
So we're going to build a car. It's a combination. It's a jet and rocket car. It's going to have 130,000 horsepower.
So come on, crucially, how fast?
How fast?
How fast?
We're going to build a car that will do 1,000 miles an hour.
No, that is not possible. After a sumptuous meal, the party really gets into the swing, with entertainment and a spectacular fireworks display. Louise, Jamie, why are you at Goodwood?
Well, I have to say, I'm not a big car fan or a speed fan, but it's been a really lovely day and the weather was great and there was lots to see, lots to do, and we get to come to a fabulous ball where we get to see Will Young singing. So it's a really lovely event just to be part of, actually.
I'd heard so much about the Goodwood Festival of Speed, and it's been a really nice day, and something that I didn't quite think was quite as nice as what it was, but it's been beautiful, and obviously the weather the way it is, can't ask for any more.
After the break, we celebrate some motorsport anniversaries. Natalie meets up with the Cartier judges, and Lewis Hamilton takes on the hill.
Sunday morning at the Festival of Speed. And for those smart enough to beat the traffic, there was a chance to witness a record-breaking achievement at the Porsche Endurance Centre.
30 metres. There it is, ladies and gentlemen, new world record. And this is how we go now.
The final day of my first ever Goodwood Festival, and I was looking for a quiet start to the day. Something to ease me in, away from the organised chaos of the hill.
It's oh so quiet. It's oh so still.
The tranquil woods that lie within Goodwood's vast expanse seemed the perfect place for peace and tranquility.
And so peaceful until
I was wrong.
you blow our fuse, sing boom, damn cuts, sing boom, so what's the use? Wow, I'm falling in love.
The tranquil Goodwood Forest has been transformed into a rally circuit. And the best thing about this course is you can see, smell, hear, and almost touch the cars. No doubt who created the biggest buzz around the trees this year. That honour belonged to 5-time World Rally Champion Sébastien Loeb, the Frenchman making his Goodwood debut.
I think it's really good. It's really an interesting stage. Very twisty in the trees, in the forest, but very interesting because it's a hard surface, so it's no big ruts and interesting to drive.
Britain's Chris Meek was also impressed with the 1.7-mile layout designed by rallying legend Hannu Mikkola.
The sweeping Scandinavian bends, it's absolutely beautiful, and to have it in a forest environment, which is quite safe for spectators, but also allows them to see a rally car really work. Up the hill climb, it's not a rally environment, but it's good to show the general public. But here, the true rally enthusiasts can get a proper view of the car.
Walking around this wonderful rally paddock high above Goodwood, you get the feeling that enthusiasm was the big thing all these people here had in common.
Driving your car is an emotional sport. And another example is, if you have a good meal, you don't stop eating, you eat again good meals. So if you come to Goodwood and you find it good, why wouldn't you come back again? And the atmosphere here, you look at all these people and they're all smiling, and it's fantastic.
So fantastic, in fact, that even Will Young made his rally debut on the Goodwood Forest stage, albeit as a passenger, or as they say in rally speak, co-driver.
This year's festival celebrated a whole range of significant motorsport anniversaries. Bugatti marked its 100th year of racing. And a host of silver arrows from Auto Union and Mercedes-Benz were here for their 75th birthday. Special treat for the crowd saw Jenson Button cautiously take the wheel of the 1938 Mercedes-Benz W154 in recognition of this anniversary. A mere baby in comparison, the iconic Porsche 917 turned 40 this year, but was showing no signs of a midlife crisis up the famous hill. NASCAR wowed the fans as only they can with the perfect half-century tribute to the Daytona International Speedway. And Audi led the way to commemorate 60 years of the world-famous Le Mans 24 Hours.
I mean, Le Mans has been out there a long while, and it really is the world's greatest race. And when you see the number of people that go there, and of course the British are pretty strong there, having had the Bentleys in the early days, right the way through with Jaguars, and Porsches and everything that's ever won there. So it has a very special place in motor racing history, I believe.
Bringing the Le Mans celebrations right up to date was Alexander Wurz, who was victorious in June in his Peugeot 908.
Ever since the Le Mans race, which is a few weeks, I've been 2 days at home. Lots of promotions through Europe and events like here in Goodwood. But when you arrive as a Le Mans winner, it's much easier to cope with.
Every year, the usually private gardens of Goodwood House play host to the Cartier Style et Luxe, an automotive design competition featuring some of the most eye-catching motor vehicles ever built. I must admit, this seemed like my kind of place. Just look at that. I think I might have fallen in love. Little birdie tells me that that is worth £5.5 million. Incredible. And the judges looked $1 million as well.
It's meant to be the wow factor. It's not really a concours competition, so it's the car you really want to drive away with.
Okay.
She's
been looking to see if she can get her legs in most of them. That's very, she can't get her legs in a lot of them.
Am I going to be able to brake in it with a pair of heels on?
That's
quite
crucial. I think so.
Yeah.
James, your take on it? Heels apply to you as well?
Not really heels. I'm looking at overall, it's the car that I would buy if I walked into a showroom.
Okay.
That kind of stuff. It's that wow factor. It's something that gets you right there and gets you right there and hits you in your wallet. And,
and this one certainly will. $5.5 million, this one.
well, it's if I had the money, I would probably get it as well because it's just beautiful, isn't it? But
it's fantastic.
There's some stunning cars here, and yeah, this is pretty special.
The judges were certainly taking their job seriously, and trying to find a winner was proving difficult. You're one of the esteemed judges for this competition. What are you looking for?
We're looking for what appeals to us. We're looking for why things appeal to our eye, sense of proportion, design. It's nothing to do with the condition of the car itself. It's about the history. It's about the people who've owned it. It's about what appeals to us as artists.
And what's caught your eye so far?
Oh, there's so many things here. They're all noted carefully down. Not allowed to look yet.
Can't possibly reveal what's on there. Well,
anyway, it's very exciting.
Without further ado, get back to the lunch. Yes.
Out on the hill, I was trying to work out why a guy wearing a cream suit, driving a black Ferrari at the head of a convoy of white prancing horses, was receiving the kind of ovation normally reserved for the likes of Sir Stirling Moss. But down in the paddock, it all became clear. The owner of the self-styled Magnificent Seven is someone you might just recognise.
Chris Evans, it's a daft question, why Ferrari? But why 7? How did the collection begin?
Well, my wife went out for a coffee one Saturday morning and we drove past this car showroom and there was a 328 GTS there. And I said, oh, let's go and look at that 328 GTS just for fun. And we went to look at it and the guy said, that's a great car. I said, no, it's a great car. He said, no, but that's a really great car. So I said, why? He said, it's done 1,200 miles. So it was like a brand new 328 GTS. And I always wanted a brand new one, but when they were new, I couldn't afford one. So we got a brand new car, got the bug again, went to a couple of auctions, got some good advice, started to buy a couple of cars, and then went to Italy one day and bought this.
But is there a theme to the collection? You drive these?
The theme to the collection is that they're all old Ferraris. There's almost one from every sort of generation of design. There's not the big ones, there's not the GTO, but they're pretty big. I mean, this is quite a big car. None of them are race cars, so basically they're all road cars that have got race car performance.
You've been using the 7 cars to raise money for children in need. How much have you raised?
7 great people bid £250,000 to drive the cars for 2 days on a little tour that we set out going down to the New Forest. We came back last night and they all got to drive each of the 7 cars over 7 stages, and they all got to go up the hill today as well.
And you'll be adding to the collection by this time next year?
I can't at the moment, you know, but I've got a book coming out, so maybe after that.
Maybe. Good to see you, Chris.
All right, Steve. Thanks.
Cheers.
Despite the current economic uncertainty, most of the major manufacturers were on display around the festival outfield. Everything from hot hatches to 4x4s were being put through their paces. And out on track, the supercar manufacturers were also keen to show off their latest models. Bentley set the tone early on, and the new Pagani Zonda wasn't far behind. Audi oozed style as per usual. But if you're going to make supercars, you might as well get super drivers to put them through their paces. Mercedes didn't disappoint. First, Sir Sterling Moss in his own limited edition SLR, and topping that off, world champion Lewis Hamilton with a lucky competition winner. The demands on Lewis's time at an event like Goodwood are quite staggering. But watching him take it all in his stride while the madness continues all around, you get the feeling that deep down, he wouldn't want it any other way.
Phenomenal, I'm still shaking. Amazing. I am totally overwhelmed. The best day of my life, absolutely.
Lewis, great to see you back here at Goodwood. What's it like returning here as world champion?
It's incredible. I think I came here last year, the last couple of years actually, but last year is even more special. You know, every year it gets even better, and the reception you have here is phenomenal. I just can't believe how many people actually come down. You know, supposedly it's been something like 50,000 each day. Yeah. Supposedly today is even more. But coming back as world champion with #1 on the car, it's a very, very special experience for us.
I think this was your Silverstone car from last year.
It is Silverstone winning car, so
might give you a few good feelings.
It feels. I love driving the old car. Whether it's on wets, whatever, you know. This car is a beautiful car. It feels fantastic to drive. And I wish I could drive this car again on the track.
Of course, from a championship point of view, this season is a write-off. We all know that. Does that mean that your mindset has changed, that you can make more of events like this? You can enjoy yourself a little bit more?
It's kind of. The thing is, you never switch off. And I still want to win. There's something inside of me that tells me just to keep pushing.
The world champion was clearly delighted to be back in his title-winning machine, but at the top of the hill, another car had caught his eye.
I've never really been around a NASCAR, so it's pretty just get an idea of what's going on and what they have to do to prepare and how the car's feeling, and maybe we should swap our car for a while. You know, my car might actually be quite good on the Daytona circuit.
I think I'd rather have your car than my car when it comes to brute speed. There's no doubt about that. We're having a good time, though.
So what were the chances of a future NASCAR adventure?
Yeah, I'd like to try it one day, for sure. Any car that goes over 200 mile an hour sounds good to me.
Away from the Lewis show, my instincts had been proved right on the Cartier lawn. Now, Webb, congratulations. What a day.
Oh, my gosh, thank you
Wonderful.
so much.
And a deserved winner, I'm sure. Tell us a bit about the car.
This car is a 1938 Hispano Dubonnet Xenia. It's the only one in the world. Andre Dubonnet, who is part of the aperitif and cognac family, commissioned Southcheck to build this car. He spent 7 years from design till finish, building the car till it was completed in 1938.
It's stunning. How often do you drive it?
It gets out every couple of months on the road.
Okay.
It runs beautifully.
About 8,000 miles on the clock. You can't drive a car like this. You just got to look at it in awe. It's absolutely stunning. And I said it would win, didn't I?
You did earlier today. To finish the weekend like this is as good as it gets.
Absolutely. The cherry on the icing on the cake.
That's right.
Well done. Thanks, Webb.
That's great. Thank you so much.
No, thank you.
Pleasure.
Beautiful. Can I kiss it? Can I? Mwah.
After the break, we talk to Frank Williams. The fastest cars take to the hill, and the Porsche runners finally end their marathon effort.
The theme for the Goodwood Festival of Speed 2009 was true grit and epic feats of endurance. And there was no better demonstration of this than the world record attempt by the Porsche Endurance Running Team, a 48-hour non-stop relay to break a record of nearly 496 miles. At 12 noon on Sunday, the team had run 539.86 miles, beating the old record by a staggering 40 miles. From superstars on the ground to those in the air. One superstar who had his feet firmly on the ground was Britain's Formula One world champion Lewis Hamilton. A meet and greet with his adoring public in the Dunlop stable yard to the rear of the house gave his fans a genuine chance to get up close and personal. This all-access area to the public proved a big hit at this year's festival.
Two of Britain's most popular former Grand Prix drivers, David Coulthard and Damon Hill, were back in the cockpit as part of the celebration of Frank Williams' 40th anniversary in Formula One. Coulthard was reunited with his FW16B, whilst Damon Hill, world champion in 1996, was back behind the wheel of his championship-winning FW18. Goodwood really emphasising the legacy that Williams has given Formula One and British motorsport in general.
It is tremendous to see everyone here. I've met Automotive mechanics as well from that year, and you know, if a man can have a relationship with a machine, then I'm afraid you know, you have to say there's a bit of love there, because that car was just so beautiful, and the moment it hit the track, you just knew it was going to be a great year.
So Frank, great to see you at Goodwood. 40 years of Williams in Formula One, and it's great to see the collection running. The impression you've given is that you've always been a bit protective of the collection at Williams, but it's great to see them out on the track.
Well, we have made quite a lot of cars over the years, and like most teams, we make 3, 4, 5, 6 cars and maybe more each year. So yes, jealous of the collection in the museum, because it's a lot of fuss and difficulty to get them out, to extricate. But these are cars that were more readily disposable, and we're proud to run them for, up and down, especially for the drivers who drove them when they're actually competing.
Is there one car in particular that gets the emotions running more than any other?
Well, I deny the use of the word emotion, but the one I'm most proud of was Patrick's first car in 1979. It's the one that did all the winning and put us on the map at last, was the 79 car, which our first win was in that car at Silverstone. Just a wonderful event, great looking car, class of its own that year.
You, of course, built a team up from absolutely nothing to become world champions. Is that going to be possible again in the future, do you think?
Well, I think Ross Brawn are about to prove they can do it too. With a bit of luck, chance to win the championship. And that's truly from nothing in a very, very short space of time. We're all jealous about that, actually. But Ross Brawn and his gang have done a great job, and his drivers. I repeat, the great news if Jensen does it.
Williams gave David Coulthard the start he wanted in Formula One. Mercedes gave him a further taste of Grand Prix history at Goodwood. Important experience in his new role of television's pit lane expert.
I didn't realise that's what I was supposed to be, the expert on Formula One. Well, you've really put me under pressure now, but yeah, I'm enjoying looking at Formula One as a fan again. Now I'm doing the same thing again, but with the knowledge of what it's like on the inside. So, you know, I had my time, 15 seasons at a great period, and thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'm still involved. So, yeah, hopefully the viewers are enjoying it. Otherwise, I'll not be back, I guess.
And so at the end of Sunday afternoon, the crowds who have been admiring the most historic and the most evocative cars now have the excitement of seeing who is actually fastest. Charlie Broom is describing the final shootout to identify the quickest man up the hill.
Florent Moulin then coming up towards the line in this Benetton Ford FB188. Looking to set a time, and it is 49.59, the first sub-50-second run. Anthony Reid off the line in the Nissan Primera, the 1999 Super Touring Car Championship winning car. Through turns 1 and 2. Oh, Reid runs wide, kicks up the dirt, but he's still got the speed as he comes underneath the bridge for the first split time. 23.76, oh, 108 miles an hour, and he's off there as well. He's fast, but he's very ragged as it comes up towards the Flint wall. Reid then, really close, look how close he was to that wall. David Methley in his March Cosworth 761, the next driver up the hill. Kicking under the power and the braking. Tido through turns 1 and 2 as he heads off towards the bridge past the house. Anthony Reid over the line, 50.43. He may have been fast, but his time wasn't quick. Methley coming up towards the Flint wall. The time to beat, 49.59 seconds. Everyone trying to get a picture of his car as he whips on past through the final 2 corners. Methley up towards the line, foot flat to the floor. Oh, 48.01, we have a new leader. Gary Ward then, in his Leighton House Judd, designed by Adrian Newey. Good through turns 1 and 2, just catching a bit of dust on the inside. As he comes underneath the bridge, this will be the first split time. Tell us how fast he is going. 20.39, Ward has the lead, 100 miles an hour. He's slower than Reid, but he's quicker on the clock, substantially. Gives the Flint wall a wide berth and puts his foot flat to the floor. 12.82 through the second sector. That's really quick as well. Ward then puts his ears back over the line. Sparks flying, 44.64. Last but not least, Justin Law in the Jaguar XJR 89. 3-time winner in the last 5 years. Can he take the victory away from Gary Ward? Again, just clipping the inside of turn 2, but this looks really quick. Underneath the bridge, coming down towards the first checkpoint. 20.62, 23 hundredths off the time of Ward. 103 miles an hour. He's still 3 miles an hour quicker than Ward, so this second section's going to be important. Past the Flint wall. Oh, he's made up 23 hundredths. They're level. Ward and Law are level as Law comes up the hill. Final 2 corners over the finish line. 44.4. Fantastic stuff from Law. And Ward is dejected, beaten by a couple of hundredths.
It's a festival of speed, and Justin Law is quickest from Ward, Methley, Moulin and Reid. Justin Law, once again, Goodwood's king of the hill.
Felt great, but I just didn't know we're so close on times. I still wasn't sure whether I'd done it or not.
Fastest time of the weekend, Justin Law, 44.4 seconds.
But once again, the festival has shown it can bring together the strands, differing strands of motoring and motorsport. And what has impressed you most of all your first year here?
Well, it's been wonderful. I'm exhausted but elated. I think my personal highlight has got to be Peter Fonda on the original bike from Easy Rider. That was sensational.
A film that was made a long time before you were born.
Yes, but born to be wild.
Clearly born to be wild. We'll be back next year with a festival which I'm sure will be bigger, better, and even faster than ever. Goodbye from Goodwood.